Hey everybody, Max coming here to the Little Cutie Podcast. It's not too long. Don't you guys miss me yesterday, huh? Did you miss me? Were you all lonely in your little room, you know? You get home from work and you're just sitting there by yourself and you're just like, oh, I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely. If only there was a cute little podcast that could keep me company for a few minutes. I bet there... I bet there's a new one. I bet there's a new Little Cutie Podcast because he does them every day, I listened to the one yesterday, but I haven't listened to today, so I bet there's a new one today, So then you click on your phone there, you unlock it, You put your thumb on there, and like it's not reading your fingerprint. You're like, god damn it, read my fucking fingerprint, fucking Steve Jobs, And then you gotta put in your code, and you're like, what's my code? What's my ATM code? And then then you open up the app, and then you look at the podcast app on your phone, and it just says nothing, like nothing. It's not updated. It's not updated yet. And you're like, oh no. Where's my little cutie pocket? I'm so lonely. Someone hold me. Anyway, I didn't really have an eventful day yesterday. I just kind of thought about going to this bonfire by that same meetup group that had the pool barbecue, but then I was like, well, maybe, I don't know. Let's go hang out with a bunch of dudes, kind of not really. I don't know about that one. Maybe it could be better, maybe because it's dark, it's a bonfire, maybe all the fat girls, maybe if I get drunk and it'll be dark and the fat girls won't look so fat, Maybe I could make some terrible mistakes, you know what I mean? But I decided not to. I decided to, just hang out. Plus the UFC was on last night, The UFC was on at, what is it, 7 o'clock? It's 7 o'clock, so, I don't want to miss that, It's like those are my two choices. I could either go hang out with a bunch of dudes, I don't know, on the beach and try to talk to fat girls and compete with 100 other guys to talk to the one attractive girl at the meetup, or I could watch fucking Max Holloway bash the face in of Frankie Edgar, So I went with the latter. I decided to go with the latter there. And anyway, it was all right. I mean, that one dude, the new guy coming up there, what was his name? I want to say David. I want to say like David Lee. Yeah, I wasn't right. It was the fight before Cyborg. That guy looks pretty good, man. I mean, he got kneed in the head, and but he came back, and he punches hard and quick, He's fast. He's fast and strong, So watch out for him. Can't remember his name though. But, he's up and coming, dude. Up and coming. Then, of course, next was the Cyborg fight. Of course, if you don't know, Cyborg took a bunch of steroids, and so she kind of looks like a man. She kind of has the body of a man and the muscle mass of a man. And she can't get down to 135. So the UFC invented their own weight class just for her, the 145 weight class. And, of course, she beats up everyone in that weight class because no one else is, no girls that are fighters are that big, really. And, and then, of course, Amanda Nunes knocked her out. Fucking knocked her out, dude. Fucking Amanda Nunes, dude. The greatest pound for pound women ever. Anyway, Amanda Nunes is a badass, huh? Anyway, so Cyborg was fighting again at 145. And, since they have no opponents for her, they got this fat girl to fight her. I forget the girl's name too, but she held her own. She was decent. She landed some good shots. But what I found really interesting was looking at her. She was just she was in that weight class just because she was kind of a fat girl, kind of like Roy Nelson. She was like the female Roy Nelson. If you don't know Roy Nelson, he's just a great big fat obese American guy, and he never works out or takes fighting seriously, and he only has one weapon, which is his right hand, and basically he just lets guys beat the shit out of his giant obese stomach until they can get close enough for him to punch him with that right hand when he's drinking. Well, the thing is he only has that one weapon in his right hand because he's holding a beer in the left hand. Is what he's got a beer in the left hand and he's got a piece of pizza in his pocket for later. So that's why he's only got that one weapon. And anyway, this chick, she was like the female Roy Nelson. I mean, she wasn't morbidly obese. I mean, she wasn't really obese at all. She was just kind of chubby, American standards, she was chubby. Japanese standards, she was a sumo wrestler, And of course, if you don't remember from the podcast I did on Friday, Japanese people are indeed skinny. I feel like I need to prime Americans. Maybe Americans don't go abroad, so they don't know that, But yeah, Japanese people are skinny. So anyway, this chick, she was just like, I was just watching her fight. I'm like, well, you're not really in this weight class. You're just kind of a fat girl. Maybe. She might have been like really fat before, because she it kind of looked like it was like loose skin or whatever, like she had lost a lot of weight, and she just kind of had the skin from before. Which I have that too as well, because I used to be a little fat boy when I was in high school. I was a little fat boy, and unfortunately I didn't lose the weight fast enough to my height didn't, so I still have this skin. I got this skin on my stomach that'll just never go away, which is fucking annoying, But what are you gonna do? You get plastic surgery, I guess, but that's cost $5,000 and probably leave a scar, What am I gonna tell the girls at the beach? They're like, oh my god, look at your abs, that's so hot. Why you got those 2 scars though? I'll just be like, yeah, baby, I was in a knife fight in Tijuana. And they'd be like, oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah, maybe I should get the surgery, Get those scars, have a nice six-pack, tell people I got in a, knife fight in Tijuana over a beer at the Donkey Show. Anyway, yeah, so I kind of felt like this girl, she should really be like in the 135 or maybe even 125 weight class, but she kind of had like too much skin, And that's the problem too, is the skin like weighs. She probably had like 10 pounds of skin on her, And like you can't lose that. She's always gonna have that disadvantage. And it gives her no, like if you have 10 pounds of muscle, that gives you an advantage, Or even if you have 10 pounds of fat, that gives you like a little bit of a cushion or a little bit of a padding. But 10 pounds of skin, it doesn't give you anything. It just fucking ruins your life, Because now you're fighting Cyborg, who's 10 pounds heavier than you, like muscle mass wise anyway. You might weigh the same, but she's got way more muscle, Because she did a bunch of steroids, and you just used to be a fat girl. So anyway, that girl lost. Yeah, Cyborg pretty much beat the crap out of her. Then, of course, we got to Max Holloway and Frankie Edgar, which I don't think anyone thought was going to be exciting, Because Frankie Edgar's kind of old. He's past his prime. And Max Holloway is in the middle of his prime. And it kind of went as predicted, Frankie didn't do much because Max just had the reach advantage and just outboxed him. I don't know, it was kind of boring fight, to be honest. Because usually what Max Holloway does is he starts piecing guys up. He'll just like jab you. He'll just keep jabbing you. And then when you get annoyed and tired, he just fucking turns on the cardio. And he'll just go insane. Like, you can watch his highlight fights, right? He'll just be punching. All of a sudden, he'll just like turn on this insane cardio, and he'll just be sprinting. Like punches. His punches will be sprinting for like 2 minutes straight. And it's like, even if you're blocking them, it's overwhelming for most guys, They just crumble. They're just like, oh god, he punched me so many times. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? And but that never really happened this fight. Max never really turned it on, or There's a couple times where he could have, but he kind of seemed hesitant. He seemed a lot more defensive in this fight, which is, I guess it's sort of good if he's like evolving as a fighter, because his last fight with Dustin Poirier, Poirier just fucking bashed his face in like in the first 30 seconds, and I was like, uh-oh. That was kind of, maybe should have been a little more defensive, that kind of 30 seconds, that kind of, the whole first minute here, he kind of ruined the whole fight there, Yeah, so he seemed a lot more defensive and unwilling to just fucking brawl, dude. Let's just fucking throw it on, dude. Let's just fucking throw it on, bro. Yeah, he didn't really do that in this fight, which is kind of his signature thing. So it was kind of a disappointing fight, kind of boring fight, to be honest, in my opinion. Oh, anyway. Yeah, today I had a, that's it, that's enough fight talk. Now it's time to talk about my daily diary. I had a cute little Japanese lesson today, and finished translating my children's book into Japanese, and also I've translated it into German. So now I've got it in German and Japanese. Now I'm going to release those. That's like three more versions of the story I'm going to release. I'm going to release a dual language German, German and English, and then dual language, Japanese and English, and then tri-language for the little kids that, for the little elite 1%er kids that go to the best schools. They get the most friends. They're speaking 7 languages by the time they're 12 years old for those kids, Or, for anyone who wants to expose their children to different cultures, I'm going to have that trilingual edition. So it's going to be one book, but it's going to have English, German, and Japanese in there. I think it's pretty cool, but who knows? Hopefully those will sell, Hopefully those will sell, That'd be nice, because I want more money, It's like I'm driving around, I see these people driving around their Teslas. And it's like, I want to buy one of those, that'd be nice. I can buy, wait, I don't have $30,000 to just blow. It'd be nice to make more money. Yourself like $30,000 that you didn't care about. You just be like, oh, here's my Tesla. Everybody look at me, I'm driving a computer. My computer's got wheels, everybody. Look at me, I'm Elon Musk. Anyway, it's like my car right now. The gas mileage is fucking terrible, I get like 15 city, 20 highway, right? And I thought about like trading it in, getting a new car for like 10 grand. But then I did the math, like I was looking at a hybrid car with double the mileage, get like 45 miles per gallon. But for 10 grand, it's like I'd have to drive an hour every day for 5 years before it'd be worth it, So I just don't. All that money, if I had that money, I just want to invest it, All of my savings. As soon as I get paid, I think about the bills I have to pay that month, and I think about how much money I can transfer to my investment account to buy fucking gold, dude. So anyway, buy gold is my. I've been incorrectly betting on that for the past 5 or 6 years, waiting for the global economy to crash. But it kind of looks like it might be happening right now. The signs are pointing to it. So I don't know if you guys have any savings in denominated in U.S. dollars. If it's just sitting in a bank in U.S. dollars, you got to get it out of it. You got to invest it. You got to put it in something. You got to put it in international stocks, Canadian stocks. I recommend resource companies, that mine metals, precious metals, like. See, that's the thing, is like I don't really understand is like the mines. It's like aren't the mines like mixed? I always assume the mines would be mixed a bunch of different metals. Like if you have a mine with gold, there would also be some silver in there, and maybe some other like iron and stuff. But apparently that's not the case, or I don't know what the deal is. I got to talk to a miner or something about this. But there's different companies. Like there's gold mining companies, and there's silver mining companies, and then there's companies that mine like iron ore. And it's kind of weird that those companies aren't maybe the same company. It's like we're just miners, and we mine all kinds of metals. I don't understand why they have separated themselves, or why companies exclusively mine gold instead of like all metals that can make them money. But anyway, invest in those companies. Energy companies are good, and fucking get out of the U.S. dollar. That's all. That's only the advice I can give you. Unless of course you believe everything's great, the economy's getting better. Trump's doing a good job, and everything's gonna be dandy. And don't worry about it. Don't worry about that debt. Don't worry about the fact that we're spending more than Obama spent, even though we have a Republican president. Oopsies. Yeah, this guy I listened to, Peter Schiff. He made this great podcast. He's like, why do these people still support Trump? We voted in to get rid of the deficits. They're getting bigger. What's wrong with everybody? That's not why we voted him in. Anyway, I don't get too political here, but well, I guess that's it. Enough investment advice from the guy that doesn't have any fucking money. Don't you love that when fat people tell you how to diet and people with no money tell you where to invest? Yeah, that's me. Hey everybody, let's buy Beanie Babies. Anyway, thanks for listening. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.